I didn't draw a single full piece until Valentine's Day this year. This piece was a Valentine's theme featuring Nico Yozawa of Love Live fame. At first, this sketch was turning out pretty cute, but I think what started to slowly kill it for me was there's this like lack of more pronounced shading on her clothing in particular. I feel like it could look cute even without a lot of shading in this piece. Though, overall, I think it's a cute piece, but the cuteness could be elevated, you know. Sorry if the way that I describe things is very, like, simple because I was never, like, professionally trained. But basically, I think that there could be some better line work here, and maybe some effects to it or something that could make it cuter. Anyway, I'm glad I put some hearts and cartoony details around this piece to, like, deco it up. And maybe I could have even went further with it. I had always kind of wanted to draw Mogito Love de Sekinchu, like one of the Love Live characters in that outfit, because that's one of my, if not my favorite Love Live song. And Muse means a whole lot to me, and I love Nico so much, so I went with her for this piece. My next piece was this quick little redraw of a Haruhi Suzumiya that I drew in my sketchbook like a year or two ago now. And on this day I wasn't really feeling like drawing an entirely new piece, and I wanted to see what this one would look like digitized because I think it looks pretty nice traditionally in my sketchbook. So I took this as an opportunity to play with Sketchbook's different options and try to make my own pixel brush of sorts. I wanted it to look like the brush from Flipnote Studio on the 3DS. It's not a perfect recreation of that brush, but I think it's getting a little close. It's a little too thick perhaps and chunky, if you get what I mean. Like there's different parts to it. When you drag the pen across the screen, it either gets too thick or it gets too thin. Anyways, this is pretty much just a doodle trying to warm up for a larger piece, but I think it's alright, I guess. A few days later, I decided that I wanted to draw some art from the movie Kamikaze Girls, since I was in the middle of reading the novel at the time, and I'd always wanted to draw more fan art for it. This piece is much more chibi, since I was hoping to maybe be able to put this design on like a heart-shaped button or something. I thought that would be really cute, but right now I'm not sure if it'll fit. I'm just gonna have to like preview the products and see if it actually looks any good. Overall, the piece does give that nostalgic feeling to me, so that's good. I like looking at pieces that have two characters like really interacting together. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, I think this piece would look more natural if they were even just like a little bit more closer together. Like they're actually, like you can physically see like their cheeks squishing together and stuff like that. So, I mean, I like this one somewhat now, but I think that there could be improvements made. I don't know why sometimes I just have super thick line art. I think it's because I want to be able to try to hide my mistakes. So I think later on I'll try to like maybe try out some thinner line work and see how I can do. I've been praised before on like my basically like line differentiation, and that I do like that in artwork. I think it looks cool, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna experiment and see what continues to work for me. So a day later, I was watching this indie TV show, I guess, on YouTube called Too Kawaii for Comfort. It's like watching a time capsule of the silly and horrific reality of anime conventions, and basically just weeb culture of the 2000s and early 2010s. So in the show, there's a character called Rita-chan, and I don't actually like Rita-chan very much, like as a person, right? But I do think she's an interesting character to watch. I thought she had the cutest design, and I wanted to show the creator some appreciation, so I decided to draw some fan art. So I used my new Flipnote brush to keep it simple and take it back to the good old days. I think her pose is pretty cute here, so I do like this one a bit. I feel like it looks a tad flat because of the angle that I chose. Like if I chose a more upward angle, like maybe it would be a little bit cuter, but oh well. So a couple days later, I was on a roll in February, I guess. Somebody DM'd me and asked me for a commission, surprisingly. So this OC belongs to Sprite Cranberry on TikTok. I think it was one of the first times I drew a character with an unnatural skin tone, so that was pretty fun. I especially like how I shaded the hair with this one. It looks very shiny, sparkly, and has some cool depth. This character's design is very cute, and that made it much more fun to draw. I think it's like a gacha life character. I'm not entirely sure what that is because I'm a bit too I don't know, I like half know what it is, to be honest with you. But cute characters come out of it, so I'm all for it, I guess. The day after that, I drew my first self-ship, I guess you would call it, commission for Nat on TikTok. This one is pretty cute. I low-key cooked with it.
Remember to subscribe.
The one thing that bothers me about it a little is like their arms and like I guess their hands a little bit, like the general anatomy of it. But they look like closer together than like the Kamikaze Girls piece I made, and like I mentioned before, I appreciate it when you can see two characters like really interacting with each other in the space of the piece. So the day after that, I drew another commission. This time it was for Ace Zairi on TikTok. Their Jiraike OC is super cute. I love the design so much. This piece looks very cute overall. I'm a fan of it. The pose is cute, the eyes look good, and the hair and all the accessories are done well, I feel like. Like sure, the clothing probably maybe could have a little more shading or detail, but overall I think this one looks very cute. I really like this one. The day after that I drew another commission, but this time it was a little more challenging because I also had to try to design the character a bit based off of what the client was telling me about the character's lore, personality, and their key traits. I'm not actually much of a character designer, I think, but I gave it a shot anyway since, you know, they went out of their way to contact me and everything. So the client was Pikachu on Twitter, who has been watching my videos as well, so thank you again, and hello Pikachu! This character was made for a roleplay campaign, so I thought it was really cool that my art would get some practical use like that. I think the proportions of this piece could have been better, honestly, like her shoes maybe could have been a little bit bigger to balance out the largeness of her head, but, I don't know. Overall, I'm a fan of this character especially, and I hope that, Pikachu is still role-playing with her and enjoys her a lot too. My first piece in March was another self-ship commission for Nat on TikTok. This one is a super chibi-fied smooch scene, and I think it's alright. I mean, I remember it being quite awkward to try to figure out how to draw a character from behind, so I pretty much barely ever do that. Yeah, this one's okay. It's not really my best work. On March 11th, I started drawing some full-body J fashion designs for the title screen of the fashion game I'm working on. I decided to draw the Agejo Gyaru character first. Agejo is a sub-style of Gyaru fashion that exudes flirty confidence, with a typical color palette of like black, white, and hot pink, and I guess light pink too. It's supposed to be a style that hostesses in Japan wear a lot, but it's popular with people that don't work in nightlife as well. I've had people tell me that they thought the hands of this piece were like little chicken wings sticking out of the sides of her, which is very unfortunate, but I still really wanted to give this piece a little depth so that you can see her doing that classic gyaru pose of sticking her peace signs out. Perhaps a little bit of a less head-on perspective would make it look less awkward and like chicken wings. Overall, this piece has more of like a cute round look to it, and I do like it, even though maybe the perspective is a little bit fucked. On March 18th, I finished this emo girl in this series. She has like cool scene kid hair, which was pretty fun to draw. Her pose is quite cute as well. I gave her these big baggy sweater, which is one of my favorite things to wear, very cozy and comfy, and I didn't have to worry about drawing her hands, so that was a bit of an artist cop-out on my part, but she still came out looking great, I think. I think the proportions on this piece are better than the last few I made. She somehow looks both cute and cool at the same time. I wanted to look like this when I was younger for sure. I do kind of dress like this in real life when I try to dress up now. I like punk styles a lot, like subco style. The style is just more comfortable to me because a lot of the clothes run baggier and darker. Even though my whole aesthetic is like pink, I prefer wearing black the most, to be honest. I just need to actually dye my hair fun colors to match my clothes better. On March 23rd, I completed the Decora girl of this series, and adding all of the colorful rainbow hair accessories to her hair was a lot of fun. I wanted to put in as much detail as I possibly could into her accessories and her overall outfit, because that's what Decora is all about, decorating yourself from head to toe. I thought if I don't go all out, it won't be Decora, you know? I thought it'd be nice if I could make a piece that you could stare at for a long time and find something different to look at each time. I think maybe it's kind of difficult to strike this balance of like trying to be super bright and colorful, but then also matching all of the colors and hues well enough that they really blend well together. I think I've been told that this piece is a little bit too bright, and I mean, I am going for bright as it's Decora, but like, you know, it's just kind of complicated. Maybe I could have like turned down the saturation just a tad to make it easier to look at. So on March 27th, I finished the Lolita girl of this series. I was flip-flopping back and forth between like, what kind of Lolita substyle did I want her to be dressed in? Am I gonna go with sweet, classic, gothic, or something else entirely? In the end, I went with a gothic Lolita outfit for her. My favorite part of this dress has to be this rose print on her skirt. I was also a little bit confused while drawing her pose. Once again, like trying to make one foot in front of the other look right. Her hair and everything definitely looks like Miyuki Takara from Lucky Star, but instead of pink hair, it's this classy, silvery, pale white. She kind of looks a bit ghostly, which is a nice touch. My first piece in April was this Ukakaka, which is basically like a website buddy for Hareru on VGen and YouTube. So I successfully was able to get on VGen at this time, which is a website for commissioning artists that is specifically against AI being on there, so it only supports real artists, at least right now. So I thought that was really cool and helpful for people who want to make sure that they're getting real art, and thankfully it seems like the site has been rising in popularity lately. Hare's design is quite bright and summery, so seeing him puts me in a good mood straight away, honestly. I think that this piece could have come out a little bit less muddy and more clean colors, but I mean, I like the details on the scales on this one. I don't normally draw scales or anything, so that was a fun challenge. I also completed the final piece of that J-Fashion series I was making on the same day. The comments on this one said it looked like Afmao, whoever that is, a famous YouTuber, I think. I based this one off of one of my friends, and it's supposed to be emblematic of like a basic, generally appealing street style. I wanted to get her curly textured hair right, but I probably made it look too much like a mop is on her head, I'm not gonna lie, that really upsets me. But I think she looks pretty cute though. I like her pants. I just reused a pattern I had drawn earlier and pasted it onto the jeans, so that was simple. My next piece was on April 13th. It's of Aoi Asahina from the cult classic horror visual novel game series Danganronpa. Dang it, Grandpa. I love Aoi a lot. She has been one of my favorite characters since I was like literally 13, which is like 13 years ago now. Her curly ponytail is so cute and to die for. But I think this one looks a little bit flat again, sadly, but it's a cute piece that took a lot of effort, especially with all of those donuts that I rendered individually. I hope that those small details make this piece fun to look at. I based it off of that anime figure of Shinobu from the Monogatari series, the one where she's sitting atop a mountain of donuts. After I finished drawing the mountain, I thought to myself that it's still just not enough donuts yet, so I added some giant donuts and whipped cream to the background. They look kind of like waxy and yummy. The donut sticking out of her mouth is quite appealing, and I like how large I made her tennis shoes. I would say those are the charm points of this piece. I thought it'd make a pretty good art print. On April 28th, Hareru commissioned me again, this time for a full body piece. I thought giving Hareru this giant swooshy paintbrush would be the most appealing pose. Originally, I was thinking of making the big paint swoosh blue, kind of like the ocean, but it came out looking a little toothpastey. Thankfully, Hareru recommended that I change the paint to some warm colors, and I think that looks quite nice, especially since Hare's outfit already has a lot of blues in it. Making it orange, I think, was the right call, because it provided a nice complementary contrast. One thing that's really not good about this piece are his feet. Please don't look at his feet. You should look at his epic swooshing scaly tail instead. That is much better. On May 19th, I completed a commission for one of my good friends, Dr. Milk, on TikTok. This is a bust-up piece of her and one of her favorite characters, Multi from Too Hard. I was happy to try drawing Multi since she has one of the cutest designs ever, very moe. For this piece, I transitioned to Clip Studio Paint. At first I was unsure about this program, not gonna lie, and I'm still getting used to it, but I really wanted to get it because the speed paints are so much better. It doesn't actually capture my zooming in and out all the time, which is very nice that I don't have to try to worry about that anymore. And I think I'll probably be able to do a lot more with it in general, art-wise, once I'm more accustomed to it. I was glad that there's a simple mode on iPad, but it's the things that they decide to keep on the simple mode doesn't really make much sense to me. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I get that you can add things from studio mode to the simple mode, so I just kind of need to fine tune it to what I need in my art. Yeah. It also actually makes no sense that there's no way to make a one-time purchase of it on mobile. I wish I could do that instead of having to buy a subscription for it. That's pretty annoying. Anyways, what I liked about this piece was how, I'm gonna just describe it this way, but it's gonna be kind of weird, but I liked how paint tool sigh it looked. Does that make sense? I'm trying to say it looks like it came off of DeviantArt in the early 2000s a little bit. It's got that painterly shading to it. Or Copic marker shading to it a little bit. So I hope I can make even better works with Clip Studio Paint in the future. The last thing that I drew was this commission of Azuki from Hololive for my friend Tairitu on VGen. I think this one looks okay, but I forgot to add a filter to her at the end. I'm unsure if that would have made her look worse or better. Maybe it would have looked better if I turned off the pen pressure so all of the lines would be more uniform. I think I'll try that for my next piece. The nice sunset background with the sparkly effects might be my favorite part of this piece. I know her hand and arm is fucked up in some way, I just haven't figured out how yet. I just know there's something wrong about it. Well, it's time to start preparing for art fight and stuff, so I'll be doing that and continuing with my own projects, collabs, and commissions for the rest of 2026. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!